Hiya Walk Watchers and welcome back to another one of our videos. This time I go wild camping on the top of Bearnagh in the snow. Now this adventure may just have been stubbornness on my part, but I'd planned this for about a week before the sort of snowy weather had come in, so I was still going to do it, you know, whether there was snow or not. Sort of dug my heels in and away I went. So it was up from Mealmore Lodge, turned right and walked right round the base of Mealmore, up through the valley between Mealmore and Mealbeg and over to Bearnagh. Beautiful light. Oh, gorgeous. Down the valley, is that beautiful? Now as you come round the base of Mealmore and start to head up this valley, there is this trackway that takes you right up to the gap, so just follow that straight up. And it was really at this stage that I got a proper clear view of the mountains dressed in all their snow. I came down through Rathfriland and I could see the snow caps. It was actually raining in Rathfriland. I thought, for goodness sake, can't rain today, but look how clear this weather is. It was absolutely beautiful. And then what do you see what greeted me at the gap? What do you see? Prophets of more to come, I think. There's Bearnagh way off in the distance, completely dressed in snow. But I was heading up to the left here, up onto Mealmore, starting the climb to get up over this ridge to get down to the Polafuca and then up over Bearnagh. There's where we're heading, up to Slieve Bearnagh. Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? Look at this weather too, it's so clear and the snow was so deep, it was absolutely gorgeous. Look at that, just look at that. That's just amazing. Stunning. Now ahead of us are the Bearnagh slabs. And the last time I was up here, it must have been ages ago anyway, I've been saying I don't know whether it's a great rock climbing spot or not, but I was talking to my friend Niall, who is an amazing climber and goes all over the world climbing, in fact, and he was telling me that there are a number of routes up and down this. I don't know whether it's a really popular spot or not, but certainly there are a whole load of different climbing routes up these rock faces here, Bearnagh slabs. Nice clear snow line there across the top of the mountain. Now we're going to be following the Mourne wall there on the right hand side right up to the summit, so we're just going to go down here into the gap and then follow the trails up the side of the mountain. Nearly there. And so begins the climb up Slieve Bearnagh. This is the steeper side, lots of rocks here, but some great views down over the valley, Doan there in the middle, but it is really steep, really sore on the thighs. Now this is where I begin to break through that snow line now. From here on up, the snow just gets thicker and thicker and thicker. And there it is, the summit of Slieve Bearnagh at 749 metres in the snow. Look just how clear this is. It was so beautiful and virtually no wind at all, so I got great views right down the valley. So my plan was to camp on the other side of the mountain, so all I had to do was to follow the wall and walk down the slope towards the North Tor. Now, believe it or not, this is probably about as close to the wall as I could get, because any further and I would have been in a foot of snow. But just look at these views out behind me. That's Donard with the cloud over it there, Chimney Rock, Slieve Bearnagh. Pretty much the last time I got to see those mountains on this trip. Well, hiya walk watchers, and welcome to the top of a very snowy Slieve Bearnagh. I'm in my tent and very content and very happy, so it went up very easily. So it's always good to get the shelter up and get settled before you do anything else. Weather-wise, it's been fantastic. As you saw, we walked up in sunshine, almost blue skies. But the wind is starting to get up, as you can hear, and that sort of gravelly sound that you can hear is the top layer of snow being whipped off and hitting the tent. So it sounds like gravel or sand hitting the tent, but it's the top layer of snow at the minute. I've positioned the tent on this side of the wall because there's a northwesterly coming in, and so therefore I'm sheltered on this side, believe it or not, but the other side is 10 times worse. So it was a bit blustery over that side, but it shouldn't get up more than 20 miles an hour, so we should be all right here. I'm going to put my dinner on in a wee minute. I'm going to have a curry. I don't know whether that's necessarily a good thing on the top of a mountain, but I think we'll be all right. So I'm going to get that on, and then I haven't had one in ages, but I brought one with me tonight because, well, it's been tough getting up here in the snow, and I just thought I'd treat myself. So why not? Yeah, so it's been a real experience, and I'm really enjoying this. Can't wait to see what the sunrise is like tomorrow. There's supposed to be a bit of mist and cloud over the tops of the mountains, so I'm not sure whether something will come of that or not. But hey, we can wait and see. It's always interesting to be up in the mountains anyway. I think I'll probably just get my tea and then hunker down, watch a couple of videos, and get an early night. I'm toasty warm in here. My wee tent is doing the works, sheltering me from that wind, and all my thermals, and then my sleeping bag will keep me warm tonight. It'll be absolutely grand. He says confidently. Anyway, I'll see you in the morning. I don't think I've ever properly introduced you to the wee stove that I take camping with me up the mountains. This is the Jetboil Flash. Flash by name, Flash by nature, because it only takes about 100 seconds to boil about half a litre of water. It only weighs about 370 grams, so it's virtually invisible in your pack, which is just amazing. Now it's got this insulating, cosy purple sleeve around the outside of it, but it's got these 3 flashes on the side, and they turn red whenever your water's about to boil. Now, for tea that night, I was having a fire pot chicken keema curry. Now, I do like the fire pot, I've got to admit. This is chicken curry with a turmeric rice. It's dehydrated, and all you got to do is just fill to the mark, stir it, clip it shut, as you see me doing here, and leave it for 15 minutes. I mean, it's a dehydrated meal, but it really doesn't taste like that. So, walk watchers. I think the wind has reached its most powerful. I can hear this real rushing. It's definitely coming from the northwest. It's coming up the Tracy track there. And it's rushing up the side of Bearnagh. Now, for the most part, it goes over me, but I am getting huge, big gusts of wind. And it's buffeting the tent. I got a good couple of hours there, but it's just after midnight now, and this has woken me up. The tent does this thing where it just needs to touch me right now and just presses in. But the wee tent's holding up brightly to it, so I'm not too concerned yet. It is after midnight, and it's supposed to die down really any time, and it is sort of calming down a bit, and I wouldn't say it'll be very much longer before it does calm down. It's due to drop from 22 miles an hour to sort of 14 miles an hour, and then down to sort of 10, and then virtually nothing again. So I thought I'd just let you see all of this. But again, I'm in my downy jacket and I've got plenty of layers on, so I'm snuggly and warm. It's just really blustery at the minute, really blustery. Anyway, see you in the morning. Oh, well, that was a night and a half. Temperatures got away down to -2 as promised, and the wind, it actually sounds a lot worse than it is. I mean, it's about well, it was up to about 20 miles an hour. It's down to about 14 miles an hour now. I've got my wee anemometer out to double check, but last night the gusts were up at about 35 miles an hour. I honestly thought that the temp was coming down at one stage, but it wasn't. It's held up really well. It's done the job, and I had a really decent night's sleep. I had pretty much after I spoke to you last, I fell asleep and I didn't wake until my alarm went off at 5:30. It's now about 6 o'clock. I've started to pack up stuff, and I've already cooked my breakfast. I'm just waiting for it to rehydrate. It's pretty misty this morning, so we'll just see if that clears away with this bit of wind. But it is freezing this morning. It has managed to get back up to 1 degrees. So I have all sorts of thermals on today to get me down the mountain. And it's a really simple route. I'm going to go back down Bearnagh here to the Hare's Gap, and then I'm going to go along the edge of Bearnagh, and then I'm going to drop down to Tracy Track and back down to Meanmore Lodge where the van is parked. So it's a really simple route home, and hopefully it won't take me too long. But with all this snow, there was a fair bit of snow last night, and it's deep and crisp and even all around the tent. So hopefully it won't be too treacherous as I try and get down through the rocks and stuff of Bearnagh. But anyway, stay with me for the rest of the journey. We'll see if we can get home. So with everything cleared away, everything packed up, there was nothing left to do but to start to make my way back down the mountain, back down towards Hare's Gap. So you can see here that the cloud is still lingering and still holding on, still clinging to the side of the mountain. So it was a little bit daunting, a little bit scary to have to walk off into the middle of all of that. Watching my footing as I went, because it wasn't slippy, but snow is snow after all. And then yeah, down the side, heading towards Hare's Gap, Slieve Bearnagh there, just starting to appear out of the cloud. So we're down about 500 metres here, and the cloud has begun to really pull back. You can even see the brandy pad appearing out of the murk there. Now, if you've enjoyed our video today, why not click on the subscribe button and even click on the notifications? What a difference a few meters makes. So look at this, the cloud is really starting to draw back, that sun really trying to break through there, and there is Hare's Gap just down below us. Look at that as the sun tries to break through. That is just spectacular. So there we go, back down to Hare's Gap. Just got to go through the wall, round the edge of Slieve Bearnagh, and down onto Tracy Track and back to Meanmore Lodge where the van is parked. Now, thank you so much for clicking on the video today. I hope you really enjoyed the trails today. Don't forget, subscribe and hit the notifications. And once you have that done, why don't you get your boots on, go outside and go exploring. And I'll see you on the next one.